This program was brought to you by Koller Institute of Venture at Tel Aviv University.
Good morning and thank you very much. Sorry for my voice. I'm very glad to welcome you here at Tel Aviv University in this unique workshop on deep innovation. I know a little bit what innovation is. I don't know about deep innovation, but I guess that when we summarize the whole thing, I'll know about the component of the depth. I would like to start with an overview on Tel Aviv University. We have 30,000 students. Half of them, by the way, are master and PhD students, which already means that this is a huge powerhouse of research. We are not only largest by the volume of students, we are the most comprehensive university in Israel. We cover areas from humanities, the arts, sciences. We have School of Music, we have School of Medicine, business, any area of knowledge you could come up with, we have experts here on campus. When I entered as a president 4.5 years ago, I must admit it was really frightening. All this wealth of areas, 125 departments, how you deal with it. But then if you really think a little bit further and you understand if you lower the barriers among these disciplines, suddenly you have, I don't want to say gold mine, but you have an added value for all these disciplines, as I said, if you let them interact. And I think this is one of the secrets of pushing innovations, raising young entrepreneurs, let people meet, interact, and encourage them. Again, from my experience in the university, try not to dictate, try to encourage. When I entered, I defined Tel Aviv University or my vision by 3 I's. One was interdisciplinary, the other one was international, and the third one was interactive. And when I summarized almost my first term, I looked at where we are with these 3 I's. So when I look at the interdisciplinary part, which is very relevant, I think, to this audience here, I must say that, again, encouraging all these disciplines to interact created the School of Neuroscience, the Sagor School of Neuroscience. For the first time, we have in Israel a school which has in it or encompasses 7 out of our 9 faculties. So we have within the School of Neuroscience, the business school, physics, medicine, almost all faculties of all parts of the university. Same happened with cybersecurity. When the word cyber, which we always knew about it, started to be a buzzword, and was clear that we have really to get into the game, immediately Tel Aviv could be part of it, and we recently were declared as an international center, as a national center for cybersecurity, because we have, of course, electronic engineering, we have computer sciences. These, I would say, the usual suspects for cyber, but we have also a law department and legal issues, and we have the social networks, which is the social Faculty of Social Studies, and we have the business school. So all these disciplines, when they interact, this is, I would say, a driving force for new ideas and for cooperation. At Tel Aviv University, because the barriers, as I say, are lower, we have biologists meet engineers, we have engineers and medical doctors meet. We even created this forum that medical doctors bring problems, engineers try to solve them. It started with equipment, it will go into what's called molecules or pharmaceuticals. We have archaeologists that suddenly are extremely active together with DNA sequencing. This is the state of the art of how to date more correctly, I would say, species. Dentists started to flourish when they interact with material scientists. So all this we encourage very much, and I think that this is really a very fertile ground, I said, for innovation. And when Jeremy came here with the idea of Kohler Institute of Venture, and Eli was the catalyzer here. I think Tel Aviv is really, and as I said in the beginning, a natural home for this institute. The second thing is, of course, going international. The whole world tries to cover continents, cooperations. Universities build campuses abroad. We don't want to be an empire. We just want to spread our wings so that we interact with as many universities, industries, and so on worldwide. This is also kind of interdisciplinary because it brings different cultures, different approaches, and again, it's very, very, I would say, encouraging or helpful for our scientists when we bring interactions from the outside. When I live here, this is something that will be announced tomorrow, the president of Tsinghua University in China will be waiting in my office. We are signing a huge agreement with Tsinghua University, the MIT of China, which is completely based on the notion that you need this cooperation for innovation. We were approached by the Tsinghua University faculty, nanotechnology, after they read and heard about Startup Nation, a great book. Even if you didn't read it, the cover worth everything. And we together built kind of a plan how to raise the next generation of researchers, which is based again on the interdisciplinarity here, on the cross-pollination of the cultures, and of course on large funding that I hope we'll get with time. So this is one example of something that came out of all this looking for cooperation that will lead finally to innovation. We have not only interactions with Tsinghua, of course, we have strong interactions with many, many universities in the world. And again, this is thing that cannot be directed from above. Most of it comes bottom up, and when it comes to the management, we look at it and really encourage it. And I think this is our role, is to encourage and to make this thing happen. And I would just like to say that when I looked at the program of this workshop, of this conference and workshop, it really reflected everything that I said, because I looked at the faculty members of Tel Aviv University that participate here, and I see neuroscientists, and I see engineers, and I see electrical engineers, and everything lives in all of them live in harmony. And I hope that when I leave, you'll find really the depth of the innovation, and Gesha, please keep me updated. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
This program was brought to you by Kohler Institute of Venture at Tel Aviv University.